Hi and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today I got a very special video. Granted, it's Madrid Juventus tomorrow, so I thought we'd do something related to that, and I brought the #1 Real Madrid fan on in the world, Mr. El Fays.
Allah, c'est bueno.
Thank you for coming on, my friend.
It's been a pleasure, man.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys, make sure you check out Faysal's channel as well. #1 Real Madrid fan, #1 La Liga fan. So if you like Spanish football, go check it out. Linked will be down below. Great content creator. Today, though...
Big up you as well on your channel.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Finally. It's long overdue, but being consistent on YouTube, so inspiration right here.
Thank you, man.
Today, we got an important video. We did a preview already on Faysal's channel, so make sure you go check that out. But today, I think we got a little bit more of a fairer video on my behalf. We're doing a combined 11 between Juventus and Real Madrid, but not based off this season, in the last 30 years.
Okay, I like it.
So the modern era.
I like it.
I feel like this one will be more balanced.
Yes, because this season, it's not balanced this season.
No, this season we're maybe getting one in. I think we'll get...
If you're lucky.
This one, all-time 11.
That's a good debates.
Yeah, I reckon could be a 6-5.
What, to you?
To someone.
Ooh.
I reckon it'll be close, though.
Okay. What formation are we doing?
That's the thing we need to agree on. Because I think with your team, obviously wingers suit it. My team, probably a diamond suits it. But I'm happy to go 4-3-3 because
we've got a lot stacked midfielders.
It's the most simple formation.
Yeah, 4-3-3.
This is how it's going to work, boys, by the way, to explain. I'll nominate a player for my team in each position. You're going to nominate a player for your team.
Okay. And we can then agree.
Then we have to agree on... if we don't agree, we'll let the comments decide. But I think we will agree. Don't go for me. Of course, I'm going to put Buffon. I think he is the best keeper ever.
I will nominate Iker. San Iker, but and of course I've got Thibaut. To be fair, Thibaut has had a very good case recently, but I would give this to you. For me, Gigi is the second best goalkeeper I've ever seen.
Behind Neuer, I'm guessing.
Behind Neuer. I think Neuer is the greatest goalkeeper I've ever seen.
I think it's between those two. Of course, I'm a little bit biased towards Buffon in terms of consistency, longevity, but I think respect to Casillas, Courtois is good, Navas as well, what he achieved for the club. But I think Buffon, he has to be in this team.
He has to be. That 2006 campaign, even for I don't understand how Cannavaro got the Ballon d'Or, of course.
Yep.
That was Gigi.
I think Buffon and Pirlo were the best players for Italy that year. And it's a shame Buffon never won the Ballon d'Or that year. I think he had a better case than Cannavaro. But if we're talking the last 30 years, Buffon was at Juventus for like 20 plus years.
Incredible.
Come on, man. He's got to be there. Right back.
I'm going to be real.
Who are you nominating?
You can only nominate one. Thuram.
I would go Thuram, yeah.
I'm going to nominate Dani Carvajal.
Okay.
You might laugh at the name.
No, I'm not. I think he's super underappreciated throughout his whole
career. Very underrated. The past, since 2014, I think he's been the most consistent right back in the whole world. Yes. Players have gone up, gone down. Dani Alves, Cancelo had his moments, Philipp Lahm before he went to the midfield, Reece James, Kyle Walker, but he's been consistent. And if you go throughout all of our Champions League runs, you would always see a Dani Carvajal assist, a Dani Carvajal cross.
He scored.
You've experimented it more than anyone else. Champions League final, the first goal, Ronaldo scored.
Yeah, the assist was Carvajal's, yeah.
And even the year after that, the
cross,
the Ronaldo bicycle came from a Dani Carvajal. The remontada against Wolfsburg that started everything came from Dani Carvajal.
He scored in the final at Wembley as well, no? The header from the corner.
Wembley?
Against Dortmund.
Yes.
He scored.
Even go to that. Captain the side as well. Yeah. Finished top 10 in the Ballon d'Or.
that was a little bit.
That season.
I don't know about that one.
But for me, it has to be Dani Carvajal.
You reckon Carvajal with a peak Lilian Thuram? In terms of a pure defender, I think Thuram's better. I think you're basing it off accolades.
Not accolades. I'm giving you consistent
I hear the
longevity.
Consistency, but Thuram also has longevity, man. From his Parma days, Juventus days,
we need to be careful. Team. Yeah, we need to be careful because you're shameless. You mentioned peak Thuram. We could go peak for peak, but I think this video, let's make it fair.
I think you've got to consider everything.
Okay. I'm Dani Carvajal. I'm giving the longevity, the consistency, the accolades, the impact. But he had impact in winning.
I know. But Thuram did as well. Thuram won. He won a good few league titles.
Well, what's the impact? Where's the impact? Where's the fingerprints in it?
No, he was an important part in the defense.
The Champions League trophies, his fingerprints is on it.
You're going okay. Thuram didn't win a Champions League.
Well, too bad.
But there's a lot of... Buffon never won a Champions League. But you agreed on him to be in the team.
Because I said, you know what? He deserves it. I'm putting down the Carvajal. You can't say
I think based off consistency, yeah. I think...
And accolades. And impact. And influence.
How good was Thuram?
He was very good.
You know how good... He was very Thuram's a better defender.
Let's be real. Thuram had 2 to 3 years.
At Juventus or in general?
Juve at his best years.
Juve, yeah. Good 3 years.
Dani Carvajal has had almost a decade.
But Dani Carvajal has spent longer.
Yeah, but it was It was good in that 10 years. It's not like he had a.
I know. I'm not saying he was bad.
Only maybe 2-3
But he
years.
was at the club
where,
longer.
where he had some injuries, heart issues, and X, Y, Z. But it has to be Dani Carvajal.
Thing is,
And you know it as well.
I don't.
You know it as
I
well.
think
bro.
Thuram is better than Carvajal, bro.
Thuram is a better defender
Exactly.
as a fullback.
We're trying to win a game
As
here.
a fullback, no. If I'm trying to win a game, I need Dani Carvajal's crossing ability to we know who's.
But
up
think
front.
about think about all the creative players we already have in the attack. Who's going to be feeding balls in?
But
for
imagine
attackers.
those overlap runs.
Yeah, but imagine the one-on-one defending from Thuram. Imagine we go up against a combined Barca AC Milan team.
I know for a
and
fact-
we're together. We need Thuram at the back.
But I know for a fact Ronaldo's going to get a header from a Dani Carvajal cross.
Who said Ronaldo's in this? No, I'm sorry.
It's Dani Carvajal.
I'd go Thuram, but
Listen, I gave you Gigi,
you gave me Buffon.
but I think it's fair to say Dani Carvajal. You know what? Rather than giving it to comments, I think we should both agree. I think we should be.
I think the comments will say Thuram.
the comments will say Dani Carvajal.
I don't think so.
Unless your comments is full of Juve fans.
I don't think so.
Biased fans.
I don't.
It's Dani Carvajal.
Hasib,
Bro.
Carvajal or Thuram? You been serious? Shaib?
It's Dani Carvajal, bro.
I lose then. Unfortunately, I lose then.
You know what? They are our judges. Our
enough.
honest judges.
True, to be fair. Okay, Carvajal. Fine.
Dani Carvajal.
Centre backs. I say you say two. I say two. I'd probably just go. In terms of a partnership, of course, I would nominate Chiellini Bonucci. In terms of names, I would nominate Chiellini Cannavaro.
Oh, wallah, for a second I thought you said Kelly. Oh,
Talk
wallah.
about Kelly, man.
For a second I thought
All time Juventus 11. Kelly's in.
I
Oh,
have
come on.
Kelly. I have-
Chiellini, bro.
I
of
have
course.
Kelly.
I would
Okay.
go those two. I don't have to pick. I would go names Chiellini Cannavaro, but I think because of the partnership, I would go Chiellini Bonucci. I think Bonucci spent longer at Juventus. I know Cannavaro won a Ballon d'Or. A little bit skewed. I can't really take that seriously. But I don't know who you're going to nominate, but I already have a duo in mind in terms of.
So
the
you've
combined.
got who's your two nominations?
I would say Chiellini Bonucci,
Okay, I'm gonna go with Sergio Ramos.
of course. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with. So this one is a bit iffy. I can go with, which I felt I enjoyed his time there, his peak there. He didn't win as much as the other person. I can go Varane, but I love Pepe in his time
I
at
like
Real
Pepe
Madrid.
as well.
I love Pepe in his time. Or I can go Dean Huijsen, who's changed my life.
Tina's a good player, but all time.
However, I'm gonna go with a Sergio Ramos, and most likely I'm gonna go. To be fair, Hierro.
I thought you were going to go Hierro Varane.
I didn't see his time,
Yeah.
but of course his best time came
At Madrid,
during that late 90s, early thing. I can go with that. Logically, I have to go with a Hierro and a Sergio Ramos. But what I have seen, which I'm gonna go with,
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna go with Pepe. And even though Varane had two great years in Madrid, man.
Varane was good, man. But they're different kind
Very
of
different.
defenders.
I'm gonna go with Pepe. I'm gonna go Pepe
I don't hate
and
that, yeah.
Pepe and
And
Ramos.
Ramos.
But I already know my two pairs.
I think we got the same.
Okay, Ramos is one of them.
I'd go Ramos and Chiellini.
I agree. Same.
Perfect. That was easy. That was nice and easy.
Ramos and Chiellini.
Who was better?
Ramos. Only
that
Italian
period.
defender that can chat to Ramos is Maldini. Other than that, no one can chat
I don't
to
think
Ramos.
so. I think Nesta. I think Nesta's better than him as well.
Nesta's given Ramos as much.
I think that's disrespectful. And the people watching will know that one's disrespectful. This is my channel.
This is all down to overall impact of everything as a defender. Defensively, Nesta's a better defender. I agree.
Of course.
But
That's what I want in my defender.
what you want from a defender, the leadership, the impact, the ball playing, up the top, the threat, Ramos does it better than anyone else. The clutchness, the
Yeah.
aura, the look.
Ramos,
He's a good-looking fella as
Ramos
well.
is superior in a lot of those regards.
But
But pure defense. Anyway, Nesta's not
Yeah.
even in it. I don't know
Yeah,
why
yeah.
we're talking about Nesta.
Alright,
but,
cool.
but I think Chiellini Ramos is guaranteed.
guaranteed. Left back is guaranteed as well.
Yeah, left back, I think both your boys would get in over whoever I can really nominate. If I had to put one, I'd probably say in his prime, I'd go Sandro, who was a good
Alexandro
left
was a
back.
good-
And I think in his prime, he was second to who you're
Behind,
probably going to put first anyway. So
Mr. Marcelo.
I think Marcelo is pretty simple.
For me, the
yeah.
greatest ever left back.
Over Paolo Maldini, man.
Paul Maldini, I'll put him as centre back.
So you don't classify him as a left back?
No, I don't.
He played predominantly as a left back, though.
But I feel like he's more as a centre back than a left back.
Okay. Marcelo over Ashley Cole. Yeah, I mean, we've already had this discussion on SES
Marcelo.
anyway. Fair enough. I agree, Marcelo.
So far, we've got 3 Real Madrid and 2 Juve. Great start. Great start.
I would have said 3 Juventus, 2 Real Madrid, but
start.
I've lost on Thuram Carvajal somehow. Midfield 3. I think, what should we do here? A 6, an 8, a 10, or just...
A combination. It can be a double pivot, a lone pivot. What we feel. Forget balance. I'm not here to do balance. I'm here to do the best 3 midfielders between our
the
clubs.
names, just pure names.
I'm gonna be real. Okay, let's be real. Let's be real.
I think 2 is certain.
2 is one for your team, one for my team.
I think
is
it's
certain.
guaranteed, yeah.
Zizou for your club,
Yeah.
not my club, and Luka Modric for
you.
my club.
Yeah, of course. I think Zidane peaked in the 90s when he was
agree.
at Juventus. He was still good at Madrid. Massive
But his best time
moments.
came as a thing.
Yeah, I think his best time was probably 97, 98.
The last 2 years before he came to us.
Yeah, at Juventus. And then Luka Modric is a guarantee in terms of peak longevity. I can't dispute that. He's
Now
one of
the
best.
last position is between two players.
I think you're going to say Toni Kroos.
Yes.
And I think, who am I going to say?
Pirlo.
I think, I was going to say Pirlo. And I think this is, I like both so much.
I love
really
both
do.
as well.
And I go Pirlo, personally. Because now you're going to hit me with, I think you're going to say he was better at AC Milan. I think that might
agree.
be your logic, right?
I agree.
And I don't hate that opinion at all. I think 2006 was probably Pirlo. His best year overall. But I think
His best 2 years, even 2007, he was good.
he was good. But I think 11-12 Pirlo,
Was incredible.
in terms of season, was second to 5-6 personally. And I think that year he obviously was in the team of the year.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the team of the year. And that team of the year was stacked, I believe, Xavi, Iniesta and him was the midfield three.
Mm-hmm.
He was the main reason, I think, why Italy went to the Euros final.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we lost in bad fashion, but that Spain team was just too good.
Mm-hmm.
He obviously helped Juventus win their first league titles after back-to-back seventh place finishes. Was integral in the next 4 Scudetto wins in a row, won 4 in a row, won Serie A Player of the Season 3 years in a row. Just matured with age, improved. AC Milan said he was too old. Allegri didn't want him.
I agree.
Allegri had him then in the 14-15 season. I think Pirlo, for me, in terms of regista, deep line playmakers, is one of the best. I think he's the best, but obviously Busquets is still there. There's good names regardless. But Toni Kroos, I like a lot. I do like him.
If we're trying to do a balance, it's a Pirlo because the 6th role. I think it makes perfect sense to have a Pirlo, a Luca, and a Zidane in terms of balance.
Yes.
But in terms of better, in terms of just player-wise, you mentioned, of course, Pirlo 11-12. I can give you so many years of Toni Kroos. I can give you the World Cup season, the 13-14, which was incredible. I can give you even last season.
That wasn't his first year at Madrid, though, was it? 13-14.
But I can give you his final. But
you got to do Madrid only, 14-15 onwards.
Madrid only. I can give you the 3P, which was influential in 2 of them. But I can give you his best year for me.
last season.
Last season.
23,
the system
24.
was all down to Toni Kroos. And you saw how Madrid faded away.
I think that's his best year. And I think with Kroos, it's a shame he retired that year because he would still be playing now as one of the best 6s in the world.
He could have continued. But I don't think Pirlo's best season ever in his career, even himself, he can agree to it, never came at Juve. So if I had to pick a peak year of Pirlo, it would be the 06 season.
I get what you're saying, but still, 11-12, he was still...
It was very good, but if we had to go peak for peak, my best season came at my club. Your best season came at Milan.
Yeah, but I think 11-12 Pirlo chats to 23-24 Kroos.
No, he doesn't chat to him, bro. He doesn't chat to him, bro. He doesn't.
Why not?
Bro, come on, man.
Okay, what did Kroos have that year specifically over Pirlo? You're looking at the Champions League win, mostly.
That whole run, yes, the goals came from Jude and Vinny, Rodrigo, and X, Y, and Z. But the system was Toni Kroos.
But the system was also Pirlo. Pirlo came into that Juventus team and made it what it was.
Okay.
An integral part of that.
Okay, I can be shameless. Who was your midfield partners in that season?
Marquinhos, Vidal.
2 great players.
Yeah, but bro, Marquinhos was still relatively young. That was Vidal's first season at Juventus. He just came off from Leverkusen. 2 very young players.
I can say
they
the same.
went on for great...
Jude Bellingham, that was his first season at Real Madrid.
But Bellingham was a lot more mature compared to the other 2. You spent 100 million on Bellingham. So it wasn't Bellingham was bad or an unknown quantity. Do you know what I mean? And he was excellent that season. You still had Luca in there.
I'm going to be real, man. Like I can even...
That Madrid team was better than the Juventus team. And it was expected to do better.
I agree. But at the same time, it's the years. I can give you 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Longevity is Kroos because he spent much longer at Madrid.
But I hate sometimes the word longevity. I think disregards the person of how good he was in those seasons.
No, I don't. But I don't want to. I'm not trying to use that to diminish him because I think Kroos
was consistent.
I think.
By the way, Toni
he's
Kroos
pushing
never
table 1 all time. I think
he never had a less than 7 out of 10 season. Maybe 1 year.
Well, 1920 maybe. 1920, I was thinking.
Or maybe 21-22. That campaign where we won the Champions League. Every time we won the Champions League, everyone...
It was really Luca
Camavinga would come off the bench and provide a spark. But that Champions League final against Liverpool in 21-22, it was incredible. It was incredible. I'm going to go Toni Kroos.
I don't hate it because of what he did for Real Madrid. I think if this was all-time history of football, I think it would be Pirlo for me. And I love Cruz, but I wouldn't entertain the debate. But because it's Real Madrid Juventus,
It has to be
I see
Cruz.
what you're saying.
Pirlo's best year came in Milan, bro. His best year came in Milan.
I know, but he was still so good for us.
He was very good at you guys, but not as good as Toni Kroos. And by the way, which isn't a disrespect. He's going up against someone like Toni Kroos.
I want to preface this by saying I think Pirlo overall is better than Cruz. If it's just Madrid Juventus, Cruz did spend double the amount of time at Madrid.
And he was better.
I think prime season of Pirlo at Juventus is
Doesn't
superior.
no,
I think it is, man.
No.
I think 11-12 Pirlo is better than 23-24.
That's rude.
I don't think so.
Toni Kroos that season, no, just played a 6. He played a 6 and an 8.
But predominantly the 6.
But he was also an 8. No,
defense.
Tremeni was our 6 certain time. He was playing a lone pivot and a double pivot and a single pivot and a free pivot and a 4 pivot. He was everything. That was system. It was all him.
Pirlo was the same though. Pirlo was also
But
the
Pirlo's best season came at Milan.
I know, but I'm comparing his best season at Juventus. Okay, look.
Toni Kroos.
Comments aside.
Now he's doing business with you.
Comments aside, man.
Toni Kroos,
I'm
bro.
not. I can't say.
No, but you said it perfectly. You said, I would like to make it clear. Pirlo's a better player, as you said.
Yes.
For me, I saw Toni Kroos, but you said best
Pirlo,
time at their club. Come on, man, Luca.
Pirlo's my guy, man.
Luca, man,
I
it
don't wanna
was your
leave out
rules. It
Andrea.
was your rules.
Hasib.
How are you breaking your own rules?
I'll pick Pirlo.
Okay.
Pirlo or Cruz?
How are you breaking your own rules? You're breaking your own rules.
I'm not breaking my rules.
You said you were just about to say, I agree. Pirlo.
How can you predict the future? I wasn't about to say that.
You said it.
I was about to say.
I changed my mind, Pirlo.
So Pirlo wins. Majority's done you there, man.
I know you did that.
I didn't do anything.
You literally said it yourself.
I didn't do anything.
You said that Cruz spent the top of the time of Pirlo, and
But then I was going to end it by saying you are Hay 1 and Pirlo's still better. That's what I was going to say.
First.
Pirlo completes Zidane and Luka Modric.
Due to
Unfortunately,
rigging-
Faysal, you've lost.
Due to rigging
No
systems.
payment was involved in bribing the other two.
Typical Juve.
Madrid fan talking, by the way.
Typical Juve.
Now it's time for the attack. Now this gets interesting because...
So far, how many players do we have each?
Oh, yes.
We've got 4-4.
I got Buffon, I got Chiellini, I got Zidane and Pirlo. That's 4-4.
4-4. This is where it ends.
This is where it gets interesting.
This is
Yeah,
where it
I think I might lose this one.
Okay.
But I think one is guaranteed Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, he played for both our clubs, but it's not really up for debate. Which version is obviously Real Madrid version of Ronaldo? Where are you playing him though? Off the left or down the middle?
Off the left.
Off the left.
Just a quick disclaimer. I have got 2 strikers in my... I've got one of your strikers, but
And
I'm
one of
playing
yours.
him on the right,
Who are you playing on the right?
and I'm playing my striker in the middle.
Say your names. I think I know who you're thinking for me. Del Piero, I think you're thinking.
Del Piero is making my team.
But you're putting him on the right.
On the right.
And then down the middle, you're putting the phenomenal
No.
Benzema.
No. Raul Gonzalez, bro.
Raul, yeah. Over Benzema. I didn't
Over
think-
Benzema. I will be real. I love Benzema. Benzema's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
But in an all-time Real Madrid 11, in an all-time combined level with anyone else, Raul's impact goes under the radar.
Yes, and he wasn't in the best era of Ronaldo.
It wasn't the best era. Like the impact of those 2 years in 2000, that Champions League run where he scored 10 goals, scored in the final against Valencia, and even the 2002 where Zidane gets the credit of the Leverkusen goal, but guess who scored that in the final as well? Raul, and he scored against Barcelona in the semi-final and assisted in both legs. So and the Bayern as well in the quarter-final he assisted in the Bayern as well. So for me, Raul.
And he was the top scorer until Ronaldo came
Till
out
Ronaldo,
for a very
Messi,
long time.
till
Yeah.
Ronaldo, and of course Benzema and Lewa came,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they had more years. I think if I had to pick the best year of both, it would be Benzema. Benzema had
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best
for
years.
sure.
But Raul, let's not forget, he finished second, which he should have won the Ballon d'Or.
In 2000,
He finished second in
Behind
2000
Figo.
and 2001,
behind Owen.
behind Owen,
Yeah.
and that should have been him.
That's not
After what he did in 2000, that Champions League run.
Maybe
Because that was his
Totti as
best.
well. Totti as well. Them
Totti
times.
had a good, but that Champions League run 2000,
Yeah.
I'm going to go Raul.
I think Del Piero for sure because he's the best Juventus player ever. I mean, with the last 30 years, you're including prime Del Piero
Mm-hmm.
longevity. He was going up against the phenomenal and Zidane for the best players in the world in the late 90s.
He was too good.
And he was
We
even-
wanted him twice.
Everyone wanted him. Yeah, United wanted him. So I think Del Piero has to be there. I thought you were going to say the phenomenal for you. I know he wasn't at his prime
You know,
at
bro,
Madrid.
He was not good enough.
I-
His best time came at
Inter and
two other
Barca.
clubs. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go Benzema, to be fair. But in terms of Juventus strikers, we've had some good ones since the 2000. I think Nedved isn't a striker, but Nedved deserves an honourable mention. Great player.
Course.
Won the Ballon d'Or. Ibrahimovic was good, but didn't spend long enough at Juventus. Tevez was good. Didn't spend long enough, and in terms of peak, he can't compete. But yeah, if you want to go Raul, I don't mind accepting that.
It's Raul.
I would have said Benzema, but you know obviously
No, for
a lot
me,
more about the history of Madrid. So.
for me, it's Raul. Benzema had the recent years and the best year. Raul did it in an era which we needed him. We needed a savior.
No.
Despite a Galactico era, it was just Raul.
It's true. And manager now.
Ooh.
Manager's interesting because there's been a lot of big names that have coached both of us in that period.
But let's just make it very clear to just to the audience watching and everyone watching, Real Madrid won this combined 11 6-5.
Yeah.
As we
I told
always
you
do.
it was going to be 6-5.
As we always do with you, we always beat their asses. Every year.
Unfortunately, I can't really say much. They got a better record against us, boys. We'll get one over them eventually. Wednesday, tomorrow night.
Okay, the manager?
Manager, I would say...
Carlo
Right,
Ancelotti.
you nominate one for your team. Ancelotti.
Who's your manager? Carlo Ancelotti.
Not for us. He was horrible for Juventus. So, no, of course not. I would say...
Antonio, it's between two.
The biggest winner is Allegri, for sure.
But Antonio started the dynasty.
But Conte started the dynasty. I think he built up the foundations for that period for Juventus. So I prefer Conte.
Say his name.
Antonio Conte.
Yeah, say his name.
What do you mean?
No, pick him. Because I've got counter arguments against both.
Yours is going to be Zidane, I think you're going to say, or Ancelotti.
Or Carlo.
Yeah, Ancelotti or Zidane. Okay, I would nominate...
By the way, you're not going to win this. Because any of those two, I've got arguments. And
Okay, how about... I'll go Conte. Because I think it will be easier to argue Conte for me, so I'll go Conte.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think...
I'm going to go with someone who has won 3 Champions Leagues, has won 2 league titles, was important in that run, despite no one gives him credit because of the team, the success of the team. Carlo Ancelotti is the easy option, but I'm not going to go with Carlo Ancelotti.
Really?
I'm going to go with Mr. Zinedine Zidane.
Interesting, man. But the thing is, we haven't thought this through because Zidane's in start 11. So how's he going to coach and play at the same
We're
time?
going to go with Carlo Ancelotti. We're going to go with Carlo Ancelotti. Hey, man.
That's player manager. Good at times.
Player manager. Listen, I can argue with both.
I think either one would probably be the favourite Zidane 3P in. But I think Ancelotti overall, yeah. One more. 3 Champions Leagues for you?
3 Champions Leagues.
3 Champions
La
Leagues for you
Decima.
guys? I think his second... La Decima's impressive
La Decima
as
was
well.
the best year. La Decima was his best run. Because that's where we played the best football.
Yeah, it was. But you were fortunate in the final, though.
Well, against Atleti.
The other two, I think you were more dominant.
We beat them 4-1.
Yeah, but with a 92-48 header.
But what's the final
right
score?
at the end.
What's the final score?
Bro, of course you're going on paper, yeah. But I'm looking at the whole context of the game.
The thing is, this is typical Juve fan talking. 'Cause
How?
You only talk about the final performance, but when it comes to actually winning it, how many have you won?
But what does that have any relevance to do with how me saying you were fortunate in that final?
Because you said we were fortunate.
You were.
What was the final score? 1-0, last minute winner. At least we scored last minute winners. You guys could barely score in 2003.
We barely scored. We didn't score.
That's what I'm saying. You guys, how many goals did you score?
But why you... I don't understand why you're flipping this onto me.
Because I don't
What
like.
did I say?
I don't like how you said. I don't like how you said. Oh, you're fortunate. The final score was 4-1.
Okay, but you're looking... the final score was 4-1 because they were dead and buried after Ramos scored the header.
Yes. Mentality.
It came with fortune.
If you man had our mentality,
from a corner.
If you had our mentality,
If we had your luck and your connections with the referees in Europe...
Hey man, you should have called the 2006 people.
Those were Italians. Allegedly. Allegedly, of course.
But I'm going to go with Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah, I'd go Ancelotti.
Antonio Conte, his only Champions League success with Juve was against Celtic, man.
I actually think
I
think Conte building up our dynasty is more impressive than him winning the Champions League for you guys. But I think Ancelotti is overall better manager.
Allegri at least reached 2 Champions League finals.
Conte in Europe isn't good.
Cheeks.
Yeah, he was poor, yeah. But I'm saying him building up the foundations for the dynasty.
I agree.
In 3 seasons, he won the league going invincible. He got the most points ever in the top 5 leagues in his last season. We came from nothing, and he left us with the best team in Italy.
I agree. No.
He built the foundation. So I think what he's achieved is actually more impressive than Ancelotti at Real Madrid. I think it was harder.
Okay, I would have given it to Antonio Conte if he had won more.
No, I'm not saying he's better than Ancelotti, but I think it's more impressive.
I would have given it to Antonio Conte. I would have agreed with you if he had won more than one knockout rather than just beating
Yeah,
Celtic.
he was bad. He was bad in Europe, for
Very
sure.
bad.
And there's no denying that. But I think what he did domestically...
Incredible. Of course.
It's
I
superior.
mean, you're arguing with Conte is a league special.
manager, yeah, of course.
And Carlo Ancelotti is a Champions League.
That's why I could have gone Allegri. He's the best of both worlds for Juventus, but
Conte,
yeah.
I agree. Conte.
But Ancelotti, I think, would top it off.
Madrid wins as all the time.
Unfortunately, we have
More
lost
players,
this one.
more manager, better president, better fans.
No, fans, no. Horrible fans, Real Madrid fans.
I agree. No. In terms of
fans are
your away,
horrible.
your away fans is better than our away fans.
What do you mean?
As in when
'Cause the
you
ultras
play,
are banned?
when you play away from home,
Yeah, because the ultras are banned at
we
home.
see more of your team
Because they're banned. I'm letting you know why.
more than our fans.
Of course. Your fans are a joke, man. Like you. No, I'm playing, man. I'm not. But still, shout out to Faysal, man. Coming onto the channel. Make sure you check out Faysal's YouTube. Link is in the description. As I said, if you like La Liga content, Real Madrid, Barcelona, all of that, he is the main hub for that. So yeah, let us know in the comments what you change in our starting 11 and your score predictions for the game tomorrow. Hopefully Juventus win, but it's going to be tough.
Hell no.